Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the MegaMod. This is our town of George, which stands for the Grand Export Overland Rail Gold Exchange. And this is a co-op series between NightGhost49, Vaypah Gaming, and myself. So NightGhost49 is kind of leading the commentary and the story behind the town in his episodes. Then I'm going to come through and take all the chaos that he created and try to organize it so it's more productive and more efficient. Then Vaypah's going to come in and decorate everything, make it look good. Going to give Martha a nice little summer estate over here, and maybe some of these more permanent housing areas, kind of clean them up and give them some yards and who knows what. I'll let him plan all that out. I'd like to see him go through the farming area here and kind of redo all of this. I can see you taking all of this out, this big square, maybe down into here, laying out the farms in any way that he wants to, even orchards and animals out here if that works better. 3 are enough to keep us going. We're still at 35,000. So the town size right now is doing really well for what's here. You've got pigs. Thought I dismissed you last time. Maybe it was another one. I didn't check. I don't think Night Ghost has ordered any particular animals. So anyway, so this episode I wanted to get into cleaning up the mining area, getting more gold mines set up in here, and moving things like the iron smelter out of town and these 2 mines out of town, which by the way this one did finish. So let's, if I can keep an eye on this thing, I believe when they tear it down to rebuild it we can cancel it. Otherwise we'll tear this one out too, so let's keep that one in mind. In fact, we'll go ahead and I guess just tear this one out. Yeah, let's do that. So this one can go away. Whoa, that was fast. We had 2 workers in there who did not appreciate us losing their job. So let's see, stonecutters. There you go. So that one I need to see. This one I don't think I do, but yeah, we'll go ahead and keep them both up here just to verify that this really does work. So I need to move mines and all the industry to this area to clean up town, but I also want to get some orchards in over here so we can get some trees growing and get that available for Vaypah if he wants to use any of those trees for decorating this area over here. As well, a change that just happened. I'm using the MegaMod version 3. I think it was this one. If not, then it's one that's about to come out. But I just heard that the, let's see if I can find it, the greenhouse, which makes seedlings, those seedlings have just been switched over for the decorative trees. So instead of me taking a log and a walnut to make a decorative tree, now it's going to take a seedling and a walnut. I believe that's that basket there. It looks like herbs to me, but maybe that represents a seedling. So we need to get a greenhouse going. Right? Nope, stable, greenhouse. So orchards are over here. Greenhouse might go with the apiaries. Actually, I think it would kind of go down over here better. Kind of looks good right there. Yeah, let's do that. This stockpile is temporary. So if that's going to go there, we'll keep that where we can see it. What's being done right now? The iron mine is being demolished. Okay, we want to see that happen. For some reason they chose that first. That's real interesting. All the other things that were already queued up and they went to work on this. Why is that? Do they like demolition over and above building things? It might be. So one thing I was considering, I still want to, let me spin you around and get you nauseous here. I still want to tear some of this out and redo it and compact it a little bit. A little different shape. Take it off the edge of the road right there and just make it this little more of a central piece right here. To do that, I need to give these people a place to live. And I think we're pretty well maxed out on our available families. I was going to put another one of these over here and use these 3. It's like a triplex. Use another one of these to house these guys as well as the lodging house, so that everyone's got a place to live during the transition. But I also want them to start making these orchards. And I've learned in Banished, if you build something too far away, they won't build it. They need to stay within a certain distance of the furthest house out. So I think I'm going to put in one of those triplexes in this area, and hopefully it'll realign it so that there are builders and laborers out here, and they'll get to work on this. The laborers do wander out here to get raw resources, but I have a hard time getting them to go out there to build things. So that's one barrier I've seen before. Oh, it did work. Now I want to cancel. See if I can do that. Alright, it worked. So left us a pit in the ground. This used to be a lake. So we're going to find there's water down underneath this. We're just going to fill that back in again. But I was able to get rid of that. Good. So we'll let it continue to run. This is going to come out next. They've already started. I'll let them both happen, then I'll fill it all in. Okay. So let's put a house in over here. And as this builds, we'll tear the other one out and just transfer families over. We've got 22 kids coming. I think we had 10 or so when I started. Started year 19 also, so I'm really only running 1 year per basically hour episode. So that's accomplishing what I wanted to. I wanted as little time to go by as possible while I had the map. And I think it's going to work out fine. I'm going to try right now I'm guessing 5 episodes. I'm going to put them out a little faster than 1 per day. That way Vaypah can get the save file a little bit sooner, and he can get his end done before he takes off on vacation soon. So it means I'm recording 2 a day right now, and editing and rendering and all that fun stuff. Luckily I'm off Sunday, Monday, so it works out fine for me. So back to working and stop talking, because I can't do both at the same time. I'm not a multitasker. Ask my wife. Alright, let's do the thatch roof out here. We've done the shingles everywhere else. Let's go to the left side first. Alright, F. And let's put a dormer on it. Okay. Back 2 until we hit. Right there. Center. With a dormer. Back 1, 2. There we are. Salt mine, our stone mine's about to go down. There it is. 2 and over. Okay. So you guys can grab this space. Found if I line them up like this, all I need to see is a little bit of yellow right there to let me know they're working on it. Right there. Okay. So that's that group. And this one is almost done. So we've got the greenhouse in, we've got the triplex in. What else is needed over here? Let's lay out the orchards. I'll show you what I had in mind. Let's run that road out just to give a sense. There's no need to turn the road, is there? That's a good central run into this mass of land over here. Okay. So let's throw that a little further in just to keep track of what's happening here. Something like that. There are no resources already queued up that's going to be obstructed by the road or vice versa, so that's fine. So what I'm thinking to do on orchards is a little bit different from what I would normally do. Basically, of course, we want the food, but I want the ability for Vaypah to be able to put in any of these trees that we have access to at a moment's notice. And I don't want to put in 49 orchards in order to do that. You need to not only just buy the seed, you need to have the produce in storage, because they got to grab a crate of one of those and bring it out and drop it off to build the tree. So I would like to have a series of thin orchards. Herbalist just went in. How are we doing over here? We're doing better. We've had, I changed that to 6 and 6, and must have had some laborers show up. So yeah, you'll go in there. That one is done. I believe both of those had only one worker capable. Yeah. So that's being worked on. I'm guessing we're here next. Apiary? That would make sense. Okay. Dense orchard. So 2x2 spacing. And we've got a limitation of right in there. So starting kind of in that area. Yeah. So 2x2s, that means you want odd numbers. If you want to get a tree and then a space and then a tree, it'll always end in an odd number in both directions. But I'm thinking of narrow, so 3 by something. 3 by 21. So that'll get us, I believe, 20 trees, if my math is right. 10, actually it might be 11 times 2. I don't know. Or at least 20 trees in there. So let's do that one. And if I can find that spot, I'm going to do 3 rows of those. 3 by 21. 3 by 21. Alright. That's going to give us 3 orchards packed right up against each other. We'll put a different tree in each one. And do I want to duplicate that down here and kind of secure the footprint? I think I do. If we want to change it, it's nothing to cut the trees out and redo that. So let's do that. You're going to be there. Orchard. So just to verify, yeah, we're coming off of that space there and 2 down. 3 by 21. I'm concentrating. When it goes silent, I'm thinking. Alright, so we got 6 orchards available here. We've got a stockpile to dump those trees onto. And we'll just let that build as it builds. How are we doing on... We got these to fill in now, and I need to get stone coming again. We're going to start using a lot of it. Do we have... We do have brickworks. Okay, you go in, and brick and furnace fuel. I think we are doing really good on furnace fuel. 2,000, 2,100, yeah. Furnace fuel is fine. In fact, so much so that I'd say we could go ahead and pull this guy out of here. We're going to move him to somewhere else. I'll try to get that into this episode as well. Lots to do. Alright, so yeah, you go away and go ahead and make that gone. You are making our iron. You need to go over in this area this episode as well. I'll leave you for now. But I want to clear this out. What are you? You're the stable. Vaypah may want to relocate that. That's more of an agriculture area. I don't know if that kind of fits somewhere else. I'll let him decide on that one. Doesn't really go next to the lodging house to me. That needs to be like right over here, or right over there. But we'll let him relocate that one. I'm going to get the industry out of here. So that one leaves. This gets filled in. We can do that now. This was originally green. I wonder if it'll stay green if I raise it back up. Let's find out. Are we happy there? I think so. Yeah. And the color did return. Good. So let's take you from there to there. Looks like we're good there. Yeah. Clear you out and you out. Alright, we got our original building spot left. Or now. Alright, so reminding myself, 6 orchards are in. I don't need to see them. No, I take that back. Those are farmers. They're not, they're separate little job title. So let's just stack them on top of each other. If any of them get completed, it'll be a much larger window that'll pop up at me and it'll be obvious. So I don't need to see each one. But I do want to see when they start to pop. Okay, that's there. Greenhouse is set aside. These guys are set aside. I really need to see when these start up. Because 1, 2, 3. I need to then take this out when that happens. So, furnace fuel, as well as all of this. I'm thinking jade should go over here. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I'm not hurting myself. Let's go ahead and lay out the gold mines. Martha wants gold, and she wants precious jewels, and I'm sure she won't turn down silver either. We've got the ability to make iron or coal over here already. We've got 2 of those, right? Oh, the other one was over here. Okay, so when we really start hurting, we grow out to this point over here. We start up another round of it. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3 gold mines now. I would imagine, or I can imagine, 5 or 6 more in here, and even all along here eventually. I mean, we're just going to go to town on gold production, and even some of the placer mines down along here feeding into the water would look real interesting along this stretch here and there, so that, you know, it'll definitely fit Martha's personality of more is better. Make it faster too. So gold mines, that is kind of what I call the raw resources. What do they call it? Resource production, and our mining end of that. And that's the fancy little one right there. That's the placer mine, or placer mine, however you pronounce that, which is a neat little model. It's kind of a sluice box and there we go. Sluice box in a little town, a little shed, and it just runs off into. I'd like to place them on a river. It seems more appropriate. Do I have to? I guess I have to. It does require water right there. Okay, yeah, but you've got quite a bit of flexibility on how far it sticks out. But that's not for now. Now is this guy, and what I found is, except for that red line right there, they'll kind of build into each other. So if you do it right, I don't know if we're going to have the ability to in here, but if you do it right, you can get the mountain-looking part, the rocky part, all touching each other. And kind of get the sense it's just one continuous rock outcropping, mine after mine after mine. If you get just the right mountain, it'll let you do that. So can I get one in here? Yeah, I need to level that 1 square right in there. Alright, here's the game. Memorize that spot, reach over here, grab that, and was it that spot? If I did both, would I ruin it? Let's find out. Alright, you are... what am I doing here? That one. Okay, where was it? There you are. Well, that'll work. Okay, so we got one in there. Turn you off. I just want to place these. Night Ghost can turn them on when he feels it's time to do the production over here. But I want to see how many I can squeeze into this. Now, this one. How do we do this? All facing out? Yeah, okay, those 2 squares right there. Right in there. Hope that was it. I lose it every time. If I don't... I guess I could stick my finger up there on the screen. Okay, mine, gold, somewhere over here. There. Alright, 2. Not going to keep these up, but for now we'll just keep track of that. So, the back end of these, I may have to continue that pattern. Maybe here I can rotate and spin it around, but I think I have to keep facing it into the hill that way. You know, like that. Just verify. Yeah, I'm clear over here before I get a chance to go this way. So back over here, actually there's one right there. Oh, that's it. Okay. 3. Now this way. We hit that one there. Red square there. Why is there a red square there? There's no mountain there. Okay. So I need to actually cut it in a little bit. What is the best way? I was wondering if I could raise that little red square there instead of trying to lower. I think I'm into that one. So I got to be right there. So what is that? Like 3 squares right there? I think it's like this corner, both all around that tree. Let's see if I can do that. Kind of, yeah, it's kind of an odd thing. If I were to do that, no, I'm already into there. Okay, so it's right there. If I pull that down, is that the winning combination? Or did I just doom myself from being able to put one in there? One thing about that tool there, there's no going back. I don't want that. Yeah, I do. I want that right there. Okay, we're close. It's there. Alright, so one more square kind of in that little corner. Let's see if I can find that one. There. I know this is the exciting part. You're all rooting for me. Ha-ha! Got it. Okay. That's 4. I want to take it around till we hit this mine. Oh, look at the red angry circles. Yeah, you don't want to plop a house right there, folks. Okay, this one. This direction. Yeah, this is almost scary. I think it's right there. Good. Alright, so this mine is there, and that is there. I might have 2 slots left in there. Let's find out. Okay, so we're hitting... I'm going to change my angle a little bit. So we're free of that mine right there. And red down here means what? Oh, we're clear out here. I don't like that. I mean, it'll fit. But it doesn't look right. Those rocks need to be up in the mountain there a little bit. It needs to be part of the hill. This one was where? Clear up there. What if I just carved out a section right there just so it looks right? I mean, Martha will have rolled in dynamite and everything else that money could buy back then, so it's very plausible. Sure, let's do that. So... what am I looking at here? Let me see this again. Counting green squares. I guess I'm 6 wide. Okay. And that cut out of the mountain right there is where the other one ends. So the question is, how deep do I need to go? To get it to look good, it's probably right there. So I need to pull this group out right in there. Let's see that happen. I've already lost it, but... thinking there, and out far enough to level the ground so it doesn't drop it into a little valley. Something like that. What does that look like out here? Yeah, we're level into that. Good. Hey, there's some deer hiding in there. Some mushrooms. Okay. Ah. Okay. So let's see. That ends over in there. It'll fit there. Let's call that one good. I think that's going to have to be good enough. Alright, pause you. I think I've paused all the rest of them. You're going to go there. Yeah, there we are. Yellow pauses. Do we fit one more? We do. Ooh, and one fits naturally. I like that. In fact, I like it enough to where I think it'd be worth it to move this one up just a little bit more to match that. I think it would look good if they were lined up side by side. It would look better. Delete you. And let's level. See if I can pull this off here. 2 spaces by 6. And let's go actually into the flat ground below. Alright, something like that. Let's see how that works. I hope I'm not ruining my chances here. I know if you go too deep and there's something else in the footprint to clear out, they can't get to it and they won't do it. But we don't have any trees above us where they can't reach. So I don't think I've doomed myself here. Okay. So there are problems with cutting too deep into the mountain. It can go wrong for you. There, there, and there. Alright, so we are shooting for in between there and as far back as it will let us. Okay. Can I tell where this one went? Actually, that's it right there. It worked. Okay. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold mines in there. Oh, nice. I'm thinking Martha will be pleased. I get some brownie points here. Okay, so that is done. Now what? We are running, right? We are. Ooh, Glassworks is running. So turn you on. Let's dump some of our labor into these guys and really get this going. So how much can I? Just 2. Okay. So you're gonna go full bore and you're making glass. And I need glass. Okay. So 2 in there. And let's go ahead and put 2 in here. And 3, yeah, 1 and 2. Okay, I did this one right. 2 and 2, yeah. And you have got 2 in here and 2 in there. Okay, so with that, we're going to start making glass. We're going to start making bricks. And we've got iron. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on 1 right here. As soon as the stuff comes available, he's going to start working it. And hopefully by next episode, we'll be able to start pulling out stockpiles and putting in warehouses all around. As well as one at a time upgrading whatever can be upgraded. And getting the magazine in. Yeah, storage is going to definitely be better here real soon. Alright, so we are doing this. 1, he already was going. And we'll leave him there. I wanted to rotate him, face them to each other, but I think we'll do that. So you are going to long-term be ropes with 1 person working you. You are going to be we'll give you the coats. You're over here somewhere? You're right there. Yeah, so 2 people working coats. So these 2 are going to be coats. These 2 are going to be fire bundles. Actually, we'll reverse that. They're already doing it. The feathers are already there. So you're fire bundles. Alright, so fire bundles, 2 people working them. And 2 people making survival coats. And 1 person making rope. Okay, so I'm just going to head over here and look at dock worker and 10 out of 10. Okay, we're good. And you have already hit a limit. You are making fire bundles 1,000. We're at 1,000. So how are we doing on each of the individual things? Fire bundles 134, and we're going to be using those a lot. So we're going to need to get more of those going. Charcoal, over here 700. Charcoal, I have to see which industries will use that. I know it'll go into the houses. So they'll grab it for in place of firewood. And firewood itself, 157. Okay. So let's go take a peek. I want to verify. Some of these have multiple fuel options. This is bricks made from furnace fuel. Okay. Versus coke, which is made from coal, what have you. This is, we have a choice of coal or furnace fuel, but no choices of charcoal in here. That's what I was wondering. Okay. We were making, was it the furnace, or the furnace fuel? Yeah, I think we were making out of firewood then. This guy is using furnace fuel as well, and we only have the 1 choice. Okay. Oh, okay, but out of furnace fuel, not firewood. Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm just trying to assess how much furnace fuel we need to get going, and I would say 2 workers right off the bat, and let's up this to 15, and that will make sure that we've got a variety of all 3 available no matter what's going on. So you are maxed out, but you won't be for long. You'll get back to work in a moment. So this is all pretty much laid out and going in. That cuts over. Let's go this route here with the next dock pathway. Yeah, there. Let's see. We path out to there. We're pathing right through here to that. Did I? Yeah, we hit it. So in that case, I don't see any reason why we can't just staircase down right there. Let's do that. Right there. So staircase right off into here. And I don't see us building any further this direction. So I think I can go to my next phase here. Let's take this guy out. I'll let Night Ghost decide if he wants to put it back in somewhere else. This was a great bank of logs for us. We're going to cash that in as soon as I've got a place to store them. But for now, how are we? 80%, 99%, 87, 100, and 80. Yeah, we got this guy over here for overflow if we have to. And there's a little tiny one up in here somewhere. Yeah, well, that's just for logs, okay. What I want to do is get the chickens over here. So the feathers will be stored in wherever the storage is over here, and they'll immediately be taken in with the reeds and make whatever, and out they go right out to the shipping. Right there. So that's a good tight little production circle. So, and that'll free up this land for something. We'll go ahead and leave these here. And maybe even, we'll see how it lays out. Maybe I get one more in there. We'll see. But this guy, let's make go away. And hopefully, in fact, let's prioritize that. How are we doing otherwise? We're in autumn. These did not plant this year. We didn't get them cleared out because I had taken my laborers down to almost nothing at the end of last episode, thinking I was going to get all the buildings built. And that just didn't work. So this guy just came in. He's hiding down over here. I think we'll pause you for now. We'll pause that one when he comes in too. What else is going on? We're starting to build that apiary. And Mini Hunter is in. And I was going to... It happened just like I wanted to. We're going to leave one hunter... tree stand, where are you at? Boy, this grew in fast. I have to clear this area out, huh? Yeah, there's a hunter in here somewhere. I wanted to see if there was only one person working it. That's the magazine, so it would be in this area, right there. You're going to be one of one, and the second guy is going to be out here. Ah, look at that. Yep, that works. It's going to leak in the rain, though, but it works. Alright, so one hunter out there. He will have to drop off food to there. I'm not going to build another one in that area for him. So that is done. And we've got a stack of orchards they're starting to clear out. How's that looking? Can't quite tell yet. Alright. So, still scattered and going too many directions at once. And these guys are here to distract me. I need to get a storage in here. And fast. We're maxed out. Another one of these guys. So let's grab this, set them aside, this, set them aside. Still trying to stay out of these circles as much as possible. So back to the dock theme, large storage. Goes that orientation. Pathway is the white lines right in there. If I can get those to land into the door, it would make sense. And we're pretty much there. Okay, so these guys are going to store there. Chicken feathers are probably going to store in here. We'll probably put some other storage out here somewhere too. And I'm thinking a couple of houses will go in there too. I doubt we have near enough housing for this area. that's got to happen as well. Let's take care of this real quick. Furniture, iron, we're fine. Hardwood, yeah. Whoa, that went up. I'm almost certain that used to be 3. It was 1/10 of the fancy furniture. Makes you think a little more now, huh? One more run of roofing tiles. Don't know how much it takes to upgrade a house, but I'll get those in stock for Vaypah. Eventually we'll make our own. Candles we do not need. Hardwood, it's still a good buy, but I don't have any storage for it. I think I better hold off. Yeah, wait till I get some storage, then we'll start stockpiling that kind of stuff. So, 330. What did I do last time? So, 2 times 15 is 30, so that gets us 22. Is that right? Hey, it worked. Survival coats, is that the way I want to do it? Yeah, that's the way I want to do it. Trade, dismiss. You're done. Any more seed trees? Tree seeds? Nope, we got ducks. Ducks. I know food-wise, at least on my last playthrough, ducks way outperformed chickens. I mean, 2 or 3 times. They look funny. They just kind of float there. But they did really well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get these guys. I think. Yeah, 3,600. How do we do that? Let's do a run of furniture. 100, that's 2,200. And another 14. So 100 would be 1,500. So what is 90? What's 95 do? Or am I way off? No, I'm pretty close. Okay, so take it back by 1, and that's as close as we're going to get. So 94. Okay, so that gets us 6 ducks. Trade and dismiss. And what I'm thinking about doing is just one whole-scale slaughter. Let's go ahead and cull this entire group right here and put ducks in there temporarily. And then we'll do chickens here and ducks here. They all make feathers. They all make meat. I believe they all make eggs. I'm pretty sure ducks make eggs too. It's one of their products. Yeah, let's do that. So you are going to go down to there. And we're going to increase 2 more workers into there just to get that done quickly. And let's keep that showing. I want to see that number hit 0. Alright, so here, got that. What else is really needed? You are going to turn off. Need more housing over here, but that's probably not for right now. So let's get back to the mining. Greenhouse is left. Put you up there. I need to see this one. And we're working on the apiary area right now. So this group right here. Okay. So, stone we're going to need. We pulled a bunch out of here, but that's going to get harder and harder to do. So we've got to get stone going. And I'm just looking at all my symbols here. I'm going to tear you out. I'm going to tear you out. Eventually we're going to tear you out. That I'm going to build another smelter. The furnace fuel, what do you call that one? Fuel refinery, somewhere in this area. In fact, I could kind of do that right now while I'm thinking of it. That dock right there is kind of my line. I think I've got room right in here to tuck that in. Or at least as close as I can get. I don't foresee building any closer to this area as far as more dock buildings. Right there. We'll keep that out where we can see it too. Down to 25 chickens. I think it'll give me enough time to move the ducks in before anything happens to the ducks. Got 3 workers on there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's kick that up to its max. Well, that's pushing it a bit. Alright, 5 of 5, 6, 7, 8. And this little guy, does he count as 1? Where'd you go? Here. You're herdsman, yeah, 9. So herdsman, am I correct that we've got 9 of 9? 9 of 10. Okay. 3 of 6. Yeah. Temporarily we'll go ahead and do the last one. Okay. Let's get that done. We're down to still 25. Alright, so stone. What else do we want to do over here? I want to move him over. He's not going to interfere with anything. And that just kind of frees up a little more land for whatever's going to happen over here. We're not building our houses yet, so I don't need to worry about this just yet. Alright, so you are the G.E.O.R.G.E. Let's put you in right over here. Is there any better place to do that? You do have a red angry circle around you. So we don't want to get in this area. No, I like that. I think that works just fine. So let's do that. You are where? Here. Here. And one of these guys? Jade. Let me think about that. It'd be nice to get warehouses near enough to these guys so they can just walk right out and put them right in the warehouse. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put you in there. Yeah, I'll hang on to that because I need to turn off when it comes on. I'm going to rotate this around facing this way and down one, and then I'm going to put warehouses in between. It's a nice little setup. I think so. So I'm going to say goodbye to you two. I wonder how long it'll take. I mean, there isn't really much to do. It's just the demolition part. I want to see this one go away. So when he goes away, I'll put another one in facing this way. Okay, so do we have any actual building supplies done yet? We've got one. What is our first priority for building supplies? I'm thinking it's the magazine. What are you? Oh, we have our first apiary. Okay. Yeah, let's get one running. You are hiding in here. Yep, that's you. Let's get one running. And let's turn you off. We get one candle working and one off. And then eventually storage in there. Okay. Now, priority-wise, what do I need to get done really fast? I think I'd like to get this marble... marble? Yeah, marble taken out first. So I can get that moved over this episode while I'm thinking about it. So let's do that. And 0 of 3 should switch over to 3 of 3 here real quick. Theoretically. Small pastures in. No, 17 of 0. Okay. Now remember, we're running at speed 1, so it feels like it's been a long time these ducks have been hovering there in that really awkward little cluster. But it really hasn't had, been much time that went by. 34,000 food. We didn't grow anything this year, and it's still sitting at 34,000 food. Wow. What are we doing here for a gatherer? Are you just, like, going crazy on us? There's a lot of stuff coming in. We have flax out in the woods now. That's interesting. Onions, ginger, rose hips. Quarry's being taken down. Good. So we get that one done, and then we got to get the stone in and coal in. We could do... Well, it's closer, though. So thinking we could do iron here and coal there and not put any more open pit mines in. But it may be a long time before this is efficient to use. We got more housing out here and other things going on. So I better go ahead and drop 2 pits in just to get us by. I'm thinking probably a forge over here so we can get rid of this little guy. Yeah. That isn't gone yet. What was that? Warning that stone is low. Alright, let's get that done. You, stone is in here. It's one of these two. That's a quarry. Stone quarry. Oh, I forgot about that. Stone quarry versus the stone mine. That does make a lot more sense. It does. How so? If I did that, did that. Thinking row of warehouses in here, we can get a stone one in there as well. I can also put one right there. Yeah, let's put this guy up like this. And we'll kick him over one more space. I think. Where are these footprints? There and there. So, memorize that yellow square. If I go over, we're not going to get a road. No, we are. Oh, okay, the whole front of that gold mine is available for roads. Okay, so we're free to do this as we please. And I didn't mean to click there, but apparently that's where I please. So that's where it goes. This went away. Okay, quarry. You are jade, so I want marble. Marble is here. I want to face that direction. What are you? Is this one of those things? No, I just need to bring the ground back up. Oh, okay. Boy, it spooked me. I thought maybe I had to do an upgrade or something before it was going to let me take it out successfully. Alright. Raise the ground up. Right there. Are we happy now? Marble. We're happy now. Alright, so we're going to come out this end. I'm thinking just touch the road. Or do we go a little further? Alright, one. No, that doesn't count. 1, 2, 3. I think I need 4 for the material warehouse, right? Let's verify that, because I want that in there. Warehouses are these guys. You are a 4x4. Yeah. So 4 for the material warehouse. It's got to get in there. I'm pretty sure that the jades will be a building material. Jade and marble. That sounds right to me. So back to there. And one more time. Right there. And that looks good. Alright, so warehouses in between. We'll need to see that one build so that actually 3 quarries. Jade. Pile all of you guys on top of each other for next time. Okay, so that's there. Pasture is down to 6. I'm going to continue this episode at least until we get this taken care of. Fuel refinery. That's that one. Okay. Orchards. None of them are done yet. Greenhouse. The candles are in. We're going to... Oh, I did lose it, didn't I? Yep. There it is. I got 2 episodes. No, 1.5? 2, something like that, without losing this guy. So when you pin, you're going to go right there. Alright. Anyway, beeswax, 342. So we've got enough to go back to beeswax now. Otherwise, it was tallow, right? And 93. Yeah, we ran that out. So back to beeswax and hit that button. There we go. So you are where? You're this guy. So you came up first. You're going to make out a beeswax and we're going to put 1 employee in there. Alright. You, we're going to pause afterward. We're at 2 and 6 laborers. Let's take that, kind of split it half and half. Okay, 10 students. Is there anywhere else we can steal labor? Martha's gone right now. Well, there's only 1 in each one. I was going to say we can thin these down, but they are thinned. 3rd miner. Where's the 3rd miner? Okay, let's do it this way. Because we pulled the other 2 pit mines out. So, miner. Here's how you find them. Oh, those are our mines, but not necessarily where the miners are working. Okay, we'll just keep... So 1 in there and 1 in there. I'm confused. I am confused. I thought I saw 3 right there. Okay. Yeah. I must be getting to the end of the episode. I'm starting to wear out. Hour-long episodes take this toll. 6 chickens yet. I could speed it up and get those done, but let's take this time to kind of feel around here. So the magazine, I think, was the first place that I want these building supplies to go to. We're going to turn that on. And that's probably going to be the first thing to build. Well, they may complete this one, but this has been queued up longer than pretty much everything here, so they should all default to right into this group right here. But it'd be nice. Nope, they're starting to peel away. 3 of 4, 1 of 5, yeah. So they'll get to this one, which means next time we can get to, you know, upgrading this storage barn and a few other things, and starting to get warehouses in. So even if they don't all get built, at least all the footprints will be in, and they'll be building as Vaypah's getting started. And then he can be deleting stockpiles as the warehouse storage shows up. Alright. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for these 6, and we're still there at these 6. Let's go over there. Because nobody is showing up. Why is that? So, 5 workers. You are picking up resources. You are finding a place to get warm. Okay, there's no housing right here next to the pastures. Cold, someplace to get warm, someplace to get warm, and picking up resources. And your health is a little low. That's interesting. That's the first I've seen of that. We're still 5. In fact, our happiness has gone up half a star in general since the cemetery went in and the church went in. Okay, so they're all going to pick up resources and get warm. Then they should all wander back and do one last little group here. Do we still have 6 ducks? We don't. It was too long. Unless... oh, they do roam a little bit, don't they? Can I just switch you over to ducks? What happens? I cannot. Okay. You know, it's something I didn't think about. I could have you guys pulling out 5 as well. And then as soon as these match up, I can just empty. I've forgotten all about that. Darn, I could have sped this up a little bit. Okay. Well, it'll happen here real soon. 20... okay, so of 23, I see 28's our max, yeah. Alright, so we'll let that happen. And orchards are still not really happening yet. Okay, next time. We'll speed that up next time, make it a higher priority. So over here, we need to move the iron production. And there's no point in going back into a little building again. That's what you do to get started, but later you move into something that's a little more serious. So let's go into here. Don't see us getting a paddle wheel version of it, a water wheel version of it. So let's go to this route here. That is one big angry circle there. But I'm kind of picturing right in this area would be a good place for a forge. I'd like to do it here, but that really pushes into our housing. And that's a bit far away to walk. I was hoping to leave this front area open for kind of stretch the agriculture into this a little bit, but it's probably not going to happen. If I turn it like this, no. I could tuck it up against this. I guess it's going there. It keeps the circle away from our Motel 6 over there, and away from our triplexes down here. We'll do that. Get that one finished next time too. This guy we're turning off. He's done. Forge is going there. Pasture is down to, I think we're good. Empty. You are now ducks. And work it. So take you down to 1. We're happy there. And the other chickens I don't have on the screen anymore. So you are here. Take you back to 28. Alright. Theoretically, we're going to have a duck parade here soon. At slow speed. And they'll roam over there and we'll see what they make. So with that, are we done? I think I'm done. I think my voice is about gone. This episode, I forgot to mention at the very beginning, I'm recording early, so any comments from the last episode I was not able to see and talk about. And actually, my next 2 episodes will be the same way. So I'm going to push these out a little bit faster than 1 per day. so that Vaypah can get a hold of it and do his magic. So, yep, I'm going to call it quits right there. Get myself a break between episodes and refresh my mind and figure out where I'm going next. Hit the pause, and this has been Noble Rambler. I thank you guys for watching. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like and subscribe down there. And just a reminder here for this series, this co-op series, it's a combination between NightGhost49, Vaypah Gaming, and myself. So I like to pop the links up here at the end so you guys can click there. I'll click on the screen if I get a chance to get the annotations in. Otherwise, the links are down in the description. See you later, folks. Bye-bye.